Give me a happy face. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of my channel. As you have seen from the title, Mr. Naughty is very sad. Are you very sad?
Why?
He doesn't even know the title. Thank you so much for coming in to watch this video. I know that it might sound a bit like weird and stuff, and I'm sure some of you also know about it. But before we head into the main topic, let's recap year 2022. As you guys know, in 2022, a lot of changes came to us. It went through a lot of changes. We moved to a new house. That was last year, shit. Yes, we got married, and that's probably the biggest change. Nothing else changed, right?
Yeah, that's the biggest one. You see what we said, huh?
Half a year, like planning it and all that.
And we spent the whole money.
Hey, first question, okay? So Naughty will answer it first, then I will answer. So looking back on 2022, there was looking back on 2020, there were tough times.
2021.
Right? Yeah, okay. So cause what happened is, before I filmed this video, I sort of watched our 2021 video, which is here. Remember, we talked a lot about 2021. So what we said in 2021 was there was a lot of tough times. Like career was very bad.
Yeah, 2021 is the full COVID year.
Yeah. And there was a lot of changes in our lives. Like for example, you're talking about how you're not only doing YouTube, you started to become a host in Tokopedia, and then you did a lot of other stuff apart from YouTube. That was 2021. So now looking back on 2022, how was it, and what was the biggest change for you?
You first or I go?
You first. I really don't answer.
I think for me, actually, it is the same as 2019. It feels like. It feels like
really
2020 there are a lot of changes because of COVID, and then 2021 is adapted into the COVID life. But then 2022, because like COVID is getting lesser, it's kind of my activity is kind of going back to 2019.
Oh, the activity.
Yeah, and the jobs.
Okay.
Types. Yeah.
So, what do you think was the biggest change for you then? There was two questions.
Oh, have.
What?
But it come back already. My fat disappeared. I'll come back again.
That was the biggest change.
Already.
But you look better now. He looks better now, no? So short. That was the biggest change for you. No
Yeah.
joke.
No, really. What
Really?
else?
When you sound so baby, you talk about you only gain weight.
But that's true. Other than that, all my job is
He
still
talked about how he wanted to be healthy. But you're very healthy now.
offer nutrition.
My turn. Okay, so how was my 2022? I think very similar to what Naughty said. We just had like a wedding, and it was really tough at the beginning of the year. Like from January all the way to July, it was just really stressful. We had to do diet and stuff like that. But I'm quite glad that we did it, because then I can remember that I actually did it once.
You do not know how it feels like diet with your partner is worse than
Why? I think what was the biggest change for me, apart from wedding, I felt like the biggest change for me was completing my master's education.
But you haven't done.
Yeah, but finishing classes is such a big thing to me. Remember when I first filmed
getting
this
closer. But that time when you just come here, you just started.
I was dying. It was like the hardest thing to me. I can't believe I survived 1.5 years
That's
of
true.
it already.
Yeah, that's a big leap.
Yeah,
oh,
it's really big.
I have one biggest change also.
But
My aquarium now changed to lobster, I realized. It used to be fishes.
and the best part is today I just received an email
A+.
from my professor. Yeah, I got A+ for one.
And then what? Oh, kiss up.
Okay, and then I think the other thing is I feel like for YouTube there is I wouldn't say it's a big change, but sort of people start to know me as Jeanette. I think in 2021, right, it was like very different. And I remember when I first filmed this video, I said that I wanted to really become like the person to show what is Korea like what is Korea really like to the Singaporeans and stuff. And I feel like I'm slowly inching my way towards there. So it was one of the next change for me lah. Found my purpose, and I will slowly transform the channel towards that direction. So please look forward to 2023 and for Mr. Naughty as well.
Yes.
Next question is actually the main part of this video, and why I did want to talk about it before, and I asked Mr. Naughty about it before already, and he was okay with it. So we wanted to talk a little bit about your depression.
Okay.
Okay, come Naughty. You're the chewing gum now.
Yeah.
Okay. So I wanted you to talk a bit about not why do you think of it, like about going through it, and why do you think it was like this, and what do you learn through it? Okay, so
Only in 2021 or entire depression?
you can talk about it if you want. Like how was it for you, and what happened?
It's I think for mental it's a bit different with like injury. Injury, I feel it can come back to where you were easy. It's easier to go back. It's easier to recover when it's physical injury, I think. But when it's mental injury, it's very slow, I feel. And I don't know. I mean, because I'm still taking medication now, I don't know if I'm back or I'm lazy or I'm depressed. It's very hard to tell.
The difference.
Yeah, because the only one who can gauge is me.
But you yourself.
But I also do not know whether my gauge is working or not. And I think, is it this year I stopped on medication or was it last year?
Last year.
Oh yeah, because last year I stopped a while, so there was a time that was a bit like more
Correct. Last
up
year.
and down. But this year is
It's
nothing much different, but it's very stable. So stable is good, but in a way there's not much difference. That's why I also don't feel like there are changes. But so it's like okay, it's good that you have a job, you have an stable income, right? But it's also bad that your life seems very same. That's how I feel now. My emotion is very stable, but
not much ups and downs lah.
that's the thing. I don't feel much up. I also don't feel much down. So it feels like life is very plain.
Normal. Very plain.
Yeah.
But that's how people always live life. Almost everybody.
But my life wasn't like that. I think.
You had a lot of ups
and downs. Yeah.
So which one do you prefer then? There's no preference.
I wish there's more fluctuation a bit, but this is a bit too stable, I feel. Yet it's safe. I don't know, I'm messing up with you guys, but it sounds like I'm messing up with you, but
risky person.
no, it's not that, just that I think I'm used to be like this, then suddenly it changed to be like this.
I think because your life got always a lot of changes, then when there's not much changes,
maybe
it's good.
So I don't know what to say, but I'm not a good person to hear for depression, but yeah, that's how it is.
But then what do you think going through it taught you the most?
Depression,
Yeah, what have you learned?
What I learned from depression.
Yeah.
I'm a I used to be very productive. There was a time that I think sleeping was a waste, and I thought resting is only for the weak, like this kind of thing. So I used to be really, really pushing myself, and that brings where I am now. But at the same time, I also learned that once it break, we are like glass like that. Once it break, the crack will be there forever.
No matter how much you try to put it back together.
Yeah, it's very hard. So it's different, like muscle tear or like you got
it's
cut.
easier to shatter.
Yeah, when you get cut, it will come back, right? After 2 months, you can't really see.
Yeah.
But like glass, you can tell, it used to crack, right? That's how I feel for mental. So I learned that I'm very proud that I was able to, push myself to the limit. But in the same time, I'm kind of sad that I cracked. But if I never crack, I will still be the same. So I do not know
What is better?
what is good. Yeah, because I only can live my life, and you guys only can live your life.
Right.
So this is only what I experience. I mean, you guys can try. It's up to you. I don't think I have done wrong with my life. It's just that this is what I sacrificed to get what I get.
Okay, then what is one advice you will give to someone watching this video who clicked and came in? Let's say this person has depression already and he come in.
Oh, he already has depression.
Yeah, of course not that everybody can just try their best. If this person already has depression and come in.
What can I say to that person? I got nothing much to say if you got depression. I'm just like, hi, you're not the only one. We are taking medication together. Yeah, that's all I can say. And actually, there are quite numerous people that is taking medication actually, if you realize.
Like the reason why I wanted to come clean is because I feel like not only for the person that is going through depression face a lot of not say problems lah, like understanding issues, because I think me and Naughty also fought a lot about like this thing whereby like for me the biggest issue between us is because I don't like sort of not say I don't approve of medication, but like I wish that counseling can come together with it, and because of that it became a very very big problem to us. And to be honest, right now we do struggle with it still, but we are a bit more careful about what to say and stuff because I think it's very sensitive. And to be honest, being here and talking about it right now, I feel that not only the person of depression suffers, of course the suffering that they go through that is mental, we can never really understand. I feel like that's what I learned through this journey. I can never really fully 100% understand what he's going through, no matter how he tried to explain it. But I cannot water down, as personal experience, I think if you came in here because your partner or someone close to you has depression, I feel that it's not easy for you also because...
Wait, is the title depression of me in 2022?
I feel that it's not easy for the person that's next to the person that's depressed also, because like if this person is always like happy and stuff like that, the energy also will go down together, correct? Trying to help this person. So I think it is tough. So if you come in here and you feel like you are going through a very tough time, you're not alone. He's not alone. You're not alone because there's me also. And I think it's tough because although I see that he is improving a lot over the past year, I feel that there's a lot of times whereby like he said when there is no up and down, right? So I think the biggest hit to me was before our wedding, he's still like that. So there's no up, no down. So I feel very like I don't know, I don't really know how to feel because he doesn't feel excited for it, but he doesn't feel like sad over it also. Right? Yeah, I think that was like really hard for me because I was very stressed over it, but at the same time I also feel very excited and I can go through it. But when you talk to him, right, he got no feeling at all. He just want it to end.
But that one is because wedding preparation is tough, man.
Yeah, but it's tough, but I'm the one doing it. But he never, I mean, of course he got help and all that with the finance and all, but a lot of the decisions we make usually for girls because we are
I have no right to say any.
Yes, correct. But then the support, there's no emotional support because he's trying to emotionally support himself also. You get what I mean? Yeah, I think that was like one of the hardest times for me.
But this one, right, I think not cause of my depression. Maybe it just, I don't think it's related to my depression. I think it's just, although I don't have depression, I think it will still end up the same cause. To be honest, you don't know what you want during the wedding.
That's true. That's one point also. But then
you want me to
of
support.
course, fully emotionally support.
I emotionally support you.
No, that's not to me. Not
that's up to me also. I did.
Okay, but to me it's not. So guys, you can make your own pandan, your own
pandan cake.
But thankfully, I feel like even though we have different opinions about therapy and stuff like that, and we are still working through it, we wouldn't say that we made it already. And because he's still on medication for about maybe 6 months more until it kind of ends. So yeah, if you guys know any solution or anything, maybe you can leave it in the comment section down below. I'll try to read it and see what works. Yeah, because you know some people might go through it before.
There is a way to...
There's no way to fully cure it. I believe not totally, but that's the reason why I'm for therapy, because I feel that therapy builds your other person inside you to cope with it.
Then later I'll get dissociative identity disorder.
Guys, if you study psychology, you know it's not like that, okay? It's just like...
possible one.
That's what we wanted to talk about depression, because I feel that it's a very real issue nowadays and not many people talk about it because I don't know, maybe it's a very, I don't know, in today's world maybe people think it's embarrassing to talk about it because I don't know.
It's just like socially you will get judged that you are weak. If you say like, I think I need to go depression, it's like, wow, you like this also cannot take how you gonna live your life? You know, people like...
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's bigger in Korea or not, but because when Naughty talks about it, I also feel like, how come you cannot win over your mentor and all that? But I think I can think that because I'm emotionally stable already without medication. But I think for people who went through depression and broken down already, right, I think it's very hard for them to think normally.
I never been a girl, I never go through a menstruation, but I feel like it's same as going on menstruation that
it's
your emotion is like very
messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
I never go to
something,
mens, just
something you cannot control.
And you also wish it's better.
Yeah,
But people are telling, no, it's just you can. People think.
Yeah, but then the
that
thing
you
about
can-
menstruation is
I never tried.
you go through it and all that, right? But you still can train your mind and tell yourself it is menstruation, so I have to hold myself. But for depression people, I think even though you tell yourself you want to hold it yourself, you cannot.
I never go through menstrual. It's very hard to compare, but I think it's
Okay, but that's
something
maybe
like
the
that.
closest
Something like
comparison.
that.
Okay, but anyways, due to God's grace, we have survived till now, and hopefully we will survive longer. Posting this on 1st of Jan, so if you're watching this video, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
Even as content creators, we struggle a lot as normal person also.
I think like to be honest, depression is. This is my own opinion. Okay, I think depression, right? It goes more aggressive toward Asian kids. I think. I still remember the first day I went to the medication and all. My mom was like, "Why do you need it?" It sounds like the warehouse here was like, "You don't need it." You know, last time my time was worse than this, and I didn't need it. So it's like,
but I can calm down.
it makes you feel more like it's
Useless.
gaslight you. It's kind of gaslighting you.
Gaslighting. What's
So,
gaslighting?
Gaslighting.
I was a bit confused.
There's a definition in Google actually. It's just like
Gaslighting.
making you feeling worse
Then you're already supposed to.
by telling you that you have the problem instead of telling what is really going on. It's like, I think it's just you think
it's just
itchy
you.
leh. Yeah, I think it's just you think it's expensive. Then you just keep telling, oh, it's maybe me. It's just maybe me, maybe me, maybe me. It's psycho yourself basically. I think. I'm not saying my parents are good. Just that I think it's a tendency of Asian parent. Yeah,
Wait, I wrapped it up already, so where am I going to put this part?
somewhere.
Moving on to the third question. So,
What content can you guys look forward to of our heads? Rating ourselves in 2022 and goals for 2023.
okay, so basically, because we are both doing YouTube and we are sort of managing our own channel, right? So, what can they look forward to in 2023? And what do you think?
You
that we're
actually will have
2022?
more changes in next year because you will end your school and you have more times to think. Because this has been my life for like past 4 or 5 years. So I don't think there are much change in me. At most it's like more or less content only. But for you, your life gonna change. Like you used to be student and this year you are at least like more full-time student. But next year onwards, your identity will shift away from students for sure. Unless you're gonna go PhD, right?
No. Okay, that's for me. No, that's for me to answer. I'm asking about you.
I'm answering for you already, so yours done already. Yours done.
Not you, listen.
Okay, what do you want? I never really thought like yeah, I'm trying to take my life easy nowadays because of depression also. So I haven't thought much about it. So
Okay, then
nothing much
what do you think you've done well in 2022?
Wow. I think marriage was done well. And although I feel like I didn't work as hard as 2021 did 2020, I realized I paid off quite enough of debt. So it's like, okay, my life hasn't been that bad. And lastly, yeah, that's it I think. Yeah, this year I have not much memories.
No, really.
It's just like
Wedding.
I remember wedding.
They went to Indonesia what?
Oh, but the wedding impact was too big. Yeah. It takes up for the whole thing. I only remember I am always driving to Taekwondo and come. Yeah, I only remember that.
Yeah.
That's like my 40% of my memory now.
Okay.
The other 60 I don't remember, but yeah.
Okay, so for me, I think for 2022, yeah, like he said, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even write that. I just think like I really want to focus on what my goal was in 2021, and that is to really try to introduce more stuff in Korea to Singaporeans. And I think, of course, if you are new here, you might not have seen me before, but if you are like an old timer and you always watch my videos, I've been trying to like introduce not only touristy stuff to you guys, but hopefully moving forward in 2022 I can introduce more stuff than food, because I cannot just keep eating, guys. I will gain weight, so I have to do other stuff. And I think I'm gonna try to do like if you watch my live, I will try to do like short videos instead, so that I can reach out to the MZ generation also, where they take photos like these.
Last year.
Your time has passed, sorry sir. For me, I really want to expand my role in that sense, and who knows, maybe along the year more stuff will change, like I graduate and stuff, and please look forward to more content from us. Okay, so for 2023, since we have been looking back, okay, in the last video I talked a lot about both sides, but 2023, what's just the biggest 3 things that you want to achieve? I didn't prepare that also.
What the?
Okay, number 1, I really want to graduate in August. So what happened is, I still have my thesis to write. I really hope I can graduate in August. Really. That's my first wish. Okay, I only thought of 1 so far.
I wish I have new things that I want to achieve. Oh yeah, I got a new driving license also. Yeah, but I wish I have more vision in my life in 2023. Like, let's say, I have a dream of changing what, or like telling people what.
Okay.
More meaning in my life, so I can drive my life.
Okay, that's one more. For me, number 2 is, I wish that especially when it comes to content creation, I wish I can, like each of the platforms that we have right now, I wish that everything will double.
Oh yo. Okay.
I hope so, because I'll put more effort already to doing content. So.
Wow, yours possible. If mine gonna double, means it needs another.
That's my goal. That's my goal, ma. Please, my sounding interesting.
I think because this year we married, maybe next year I'll try to prioritize what is family. Like our family. Yeah, maybe trying to learn that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3 for me is, maybe we both of us can really find stability in our life. Like, cause
more stable in our work.
yeah, because right now, like the house we stay in is rented ma. Maybe like we can really buy a house and stay.
That one need to see the market, not the year.
Yeah, so that's like a goal. I mean, we're not sure if it come true, but could be a goal.
I think I can go with the same point for number 3. It's like I wish that this world goes towards to the side where it benefit us more.
Oh yeah, okay.
Let's say like, cause now we don't have house, we wish the house price drop.
Okay.
Yeah, more towards that.
Okay, so last but not least, okay. So this one was what I wrote. And where is me? Not sure if you guys watched by this previous video here. I sort of talked about what happened recently, and like there was this big fight that we had, and then after that how it happened, and then we just split up, and then everything kind of worked out already. But I think you guys might be quite curious what Mr. Naughty thinks about what happened. So
What's this?
So you know, right, we had like the biggest fight recently, and then I reflected a lot, right, on YouTube, and I talked to you a lot about it, right? Okay, what was your thoughts at that time? Because I said everything about it, and I Hansol and I say what happened and why I think it happened, blah 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 blah. So what was your thoughts about it? And at the end of it, what advice will you give to the newlyweds that are watching this video? From your point of view, why you became so mad?
It's unfair because you said on the day where the emotion are still there.
Yeah.
For me, it's been few months.
Yeah, but I calm down and I chongly everything.
Yeah, but you still like.
Okay, but you don't have to be long, what? So why?
Most of you are getting married because of. Definitely, usually it's because one side wanting it more. Usually, it's very rare if both really want it. Just then on the same timing. You know, it's like both sides wants, just that maybe one's want it earlier, one wants it a bit later, but like how you agree on it, right? So it's like, I'm not saying that only one person wants the marriage, it's not, but like there's a difference in point. But then I feel like I forgot what I wanted to say. We agreed on marriage and all, and you have to, I feel like you have to accept that we decide to marry and we decide to stay here. But I think in that point of time, you still think that I come here because of you, not because we decided to come here. That makes you feel like I'm entitled for some things. So I think it's the same thing applied to everyone when you guys getting married. I know that one person definitely are not ready, or one person are ready more than the other one. But then don't because of it, it drags to another problem. Like, you know, I wasn't ready, but for you, I tried to make it up. So I'm entitled for. You should be doing more of this, more of that. I think that's the start of our problem that time. So it's like, agreed on it. I think you should forget.
Start from there.
Yeah, you should just start from the same point again. Shouldn't be like, don't come up with a history of who started what, but you're gonna start with what, 1834 to 1922. Cannot, right? So it's just like, I think once you get married, you should start from zero. Yeah, I think that's what I felt.
Okay.
I think I really tried to be nice, but I thought like, okay, after this you should be okay. Then I give way. I give way. Then this one I really cannot. Then you still go for it.
Oh, then but you must talk about the part that you told me that it makes you feel very not worth. You say that like every time you try so hard, but you feel that the first thing that you feel lousy is because you feel lousy about yourself. That's the reason why you piss off.
There's this word, I think everyone should have heard about it. Girls are the living things that always want to hear I love you from the partner. Guys are the living things that always want to hear thank you from the partner. So it's like when you first time dating with your partner, guys, right, usually they'll be very happy when the girl say, hey, thank you for doing this. They'll feel very proud about it. But slowly, it's being, is it for granted? No, but it's just like getting lesser and lesser thank you. So it's like, for guys to get appreciated, I feel like there are more things they need to do. But when more things are done, there are bigger things to get done also, okay? So it feels like
it's never enough.
Yeah.
And that's when you feel like when we are not satisfied, you feel very lousy about yourself. That's why you get pissed off.
That's no lah, but that time was a bit complicated. Not only for that.
Yeah, not only
like one of the reason I think like guys really like to be appreciated, although it's the small things. Yeah. Okay.
So what's your if you can say just one advice for newlyweds?
Wow, me I'm also newlyweds.
To lower than us when we are married for a few months.
I think you should appreciate for everything that each other give to each other.
And
love each other.
And
give back to each other. Respect each other.
So cute. So that's from us. Cause it's Hansol's birthday, I will not say anything because I was just asking his opinion. You guys know what I will have to say really right in the video, and like he said, we just have to say thank you more.
No, not only say, really like from the bottom of the heart.
Oh, is it? Oh, then?
Thank you.
Okay, last but not least, this one is an important question. Is it battery running out? In the video, I talked about how like we struggle a lot about having whether we really want a kid or not, and then I remember I said in the video, I don't know how is it like, and then like whether what will happen or not. So now Mr. Naughty will be here to give me an answer because I said it's going to be up to him. So
what?
I talked about in the video about whether we are trying to plan for a kid or not, and whether it's this kind of thing.